It was his teenage daughter who rang police to say she'd found her dad murdered. I can't imagine making that phone call, let alone when I was an actual child. It was the early hours of the 11th of July 2002. Alyssa McGee called 911 to report her dad was on the floor having been shot. She had no idea who could have done this and the battle that lay ahead. The victim was John Cornelius McGee, known as JC to his friends and family. He was born in Wheeling near Bridgeport, Ohio. Now, he was actually a real hit with the ladies. As you can see, he's very good looking. He was very charismatic and funny. He had several baby mums, and his youngest children were Alyssa, Madison, and Shane. Now, I don't actually usually get to meet family members of victims, but I did meet Madison at CrimeCon in London, and she's absolutely stunning. She definitely takes after her dad. She's the reason that I'm covering this case today. She's absolutely desperate to get her dad's case out there. Now, JC wasn't an angel. Although he obviously had some really good qualities, he also had some things that he was less proud of. He struggled with his mental health from time to time, and substances played a role. He was sometimes involved in some unsavory characters at his bar called Johnny Cool's. This would ultimately come back to bite him when the bar got raided and everybody got in trouble with the police. JC was kind of backed into a corner and had to become a police informant, which obviously is very frowned upon in the community. This made him super unpopular with a lot of people in the local area, including his own family members. Caused a massive rift in the family, and his nephew Rico ended up being sentenced to life in prison. JC was also in the midst of a custody battle with one of his baby mums. Turned out the final custody hearing was just about to take place when JC was murdered. So JC was living next door to his sister Pearl Foston when this all took place, which is very relevant. On the morning in question, Alyssa, his daughter, woke up to loud noises coming from the living room of their home. She found her dad on the floor in a pool of his own blood, having been shot in the head. I cannot imagine how horrific that must have been. The front door was open slightly, which was unusual because usually JC double locked the door. Alyssa made the 911 call at 6:40 a.m. and another call actually came into police just a few minutes after. This was a call regarding the house next door, Pearl's house. JC's nephew Omar, which was Pearl's son, had rung 911 to say that somebody had broken into their house and tied up his mum and his girlfriend. But the call was strange for a number of reasons, and I go into this in a lot more detail on my podcast episode of this case. Check out the Bourne investigation for the deep dive, but essentially it just didn't feel like a normal 911 call. So when police got to Omar and Pearl's house, they found that the intruders had left the women pretty much unharmed. The occupants' stories changed as well a few times, and they said it had been a group of men who'd ransacked the house and tied them up and threatened them with G's. They'd interestingly heard one referred to as Tone. Omar said he'd been able to free himself and run to a shop to make the 911 call. Police then went next door to find JC murdered on the floor. The door had clearly been kicked in, but there hadn't really been any evidence of an actual burglary. Nothing had been taken. Frustratingly, police really barely collected any evidence. There are obviously a lot of suspicious people in this case just due to the close-knit community and how many enemies JC had honestly made due to being a police informant. We've got the custody battle that was going on. We've got his baby mum having a partner that didn't particularly like JC. We've obviously also got a massive rift in the family and loads of family members that didn't particularly like JC anymore. Madison has literally made it her life's goal to get answers for her dad. This case is still unsolved, and I go into a massive deep dive on my podcast, The Bourne Investigation.
But I just ran out the house. What the fuck is that? Look how big it is. That's my neighbor's house. It's bigger than their house. Where are the red and green lights since it's FAA? This is just... Guys, I'm barefooted. I'm scared. I want to... Guys. Fuck, I want to go down there. You know what? Fuck it, guys. Fuck it. I'm so scared right now. Fuck, I don't know if I can do it. I can't. I don't have any fucking shoes on. Fuck. Whoa. Okay, I got my shoes on, guys. Do you guys hear that noise? Alright, I'm walking down there, guys. I'm really fucking scared, dude. And everybody who's calling me a pussy, touche. way above my fucking pay grade. I just want everybody to know this.
Chicken nuggets from Walmart. Be so for real.
I pulled this out. She pulls this out. She hands it to me, okay? And I'm freaking out. Baby, where's your tooth? What happened? How'd you lose a tooth? How did you lose a tooth in your chicken nuggets? It's not her tooth, y'all. This is not my baby's tooth. But this is a baby's tooth. This is what we're eating. This is what we're feeding our kids. This is a human tooth. This is a tooth. Y'all, this is a baby tooth. And we're eating this shit.
said that he heard a voice coming from the cabinets that said to him, "How did you find me?" When he dropped his noodles, he ran upstairs, came busting in my room, telling me to get mine because somebody was in the house. We started hearing footsteps. I mean, big, heavy feet coming up the steps.
A voice with perfect clarity is heard on camera.
गाइज ऐसा बताया जाता है कि गोवा का टूरिज्म पूरी तरीके से खत्म हो चुका है, लेकिन गाइज गोवा में ना जाने का एक और एक रीजन है जो मैं अभी आज आपको बताऊंगा। गाइज कुछ सालों पहले अभिषेक और पूजा नाम के एक कपल गोवा में गए थे। गोवा के अगोंडा बीच में वो लोग वहां पे रहने गए थे अपने हनीमून के लिए। एंड वहां पे जाके उनके साथ एक अजीबोगरीब घटना हुई थी। वो लोग अगोंडा बीच के किसी एक ऐसे होटल में जाके रह गए थे जो कि वर्किंग ही नहीं था, लेकिन उनको ऐसा लग रहा था कि वो लोग होटल वर्किंग है, आसपास स्टाफ घूम रहा है। गाइस जब अभिषेक और पूजा उस होटल में घुमा करते थे तभी उनको कुछ भी चीजों का इल्म भी नहीं था कि यहाँ पे आसपास हमारे हो क्या रहा है। लेकिन जब वो लोग चेकआउट करने गए इस होटल से तब जाके उनको एक ऐसी बात पता चली जिसके वजह से उन्होंने अपने पूरा गोवा का हनीमून ट्रिप कैंसिल कर दिया। ये एक स्टोरी नहीं, ये एक हॉरर स्टोरी है, गोवा की हॉरर स्टोरी। गाइज अगर आपको इसकी पूरी हॉरर स्टोरी जाननी है तो आपको इसका लिंक मिल जाएगा मेरा इंस्टाग्राम के बायो पे, जल्दी से जाके देख लीजिए। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
My son's not home, but I keep hearing the door shut. But there's nobody up there. There's nobody up there. I'm gonna see if I could try to. And let me take you guys. I'll take you guys up there and show you there's nobody up there. But let's see if we can catch it. Oh my god, as soon as I stopped it, I heard it. I know you guys heard that. I hope I got that. Did you hear it? Oh my god. Oh my god, that's scary. Okay, I'm gonna look. Nobody's up here. Oh my god. Look at his door is closed. Oh my god. Nope. 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 I gotta tell my daughter, boo-boo. Oh my God. There's water in my eyes. Oh my God. Why does it sound, and I recorded it. It sounds like somebody's in your brother's room. And I went up there to show that the door was closed. Tell me why his door opened when I went up there. I swear, I ran down here by myself. I'm recording it. Come up there with me to show them nobody's here. Oh my God. That made my eyes water, you guys. I showed it on camera. My son is not home. I'm not going to stop the recording just so I can show you guys. I know I ran down here. I ran down here so fast. Okay. Oh my God, that scared me. And it sounds like somebody's walking around up there, and I got it on recording, yes. Look at, his door is moving. Okay, we're gonna go up there and I'm gonna show you guys nobody is in his room. He is not here. Turn your flashlight on. Oh my God. Hurry up here. Come up here so you can point it to show nobody's in the room. Look. Look. Nobody's in here. Nobody. You guys literally, you seen that in real time with me. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Oh no. I told you guys. And there's been that mimic. And my daughter has heard it when I'm not here. It says my name, or it says her name in my voice when I'm not here. And it says my name in her voice when I'm not here. And, or when she's not here. And now that's happening with my dog. Oh, I'm done. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh shit, oh hell to the no. Hell no. Did you just, oh shit, no, hell no. There's some crazy shit going on up in there.
Guys, calm down.
Okay, but guys, that shit right there just moved. Just, oh, fuck that. No.
Hey!
Can we put a security thing back? Because that just moved. Like that just moved. Like that just moved. I'm not going to break it. That right there just moved.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un encore qui habite ici? Waouh, l'état de la cave. C'est quoi ça? Non! Non!
So I don't know how much you guys will say that I'm a chef or what, but I am cooking for my kids some ground meat or ground beef. tell him to stay the fuck away from mine. What the fuck? I fucking... Who the fuck did this? Who did this? Huh. What the fuck? Guys, no freaking way. These fuckers said 666? See, these are kind of shit that keeps fucking with me, guys.
This next video was recorded by a security guard who was looking over at the security cameras inside a factory when he noticed something very strange. Somewhere inside this factory, a welder is working alone, but there's something about him that doesn't seem right. The security guard takes a closer look at the footage and immediately starts to feel uneasy. After watching this incident on the camera feed, he quickly calls over the welder to look at this video and explain what was happening in this clip. But just like the night guard, the welder was left completely baffled. He had no idea as to what was captured. Now this video took place during the night shift, which makes this incident twice as creepy. Nobody else had been working at this factory except a welder, but according to him, another welder who had the day off had come by to visit him. They had talked for just a bit before the night guard called over the welder to look at this footage. But after watching the video, the welder was left speechless. This is what was caught. As it turns out, the other welder who had dropped by to say hi wasn't actually there. The welder who's seen on camera swears that he saw the other worker in full uniform, as though he was ready to work. They had even shaken hands, according to him. But when looking at the footage, no one appears to be there. Although pretty strange, this incident gets a whole lot stranger after hearing what happened to the worker who apparently had the day off. To their shock, the factory had received news that this worker had passed away in his own home. His cause of death remains unknown, but knowing that he died on the same day this occurrence took place has left the welder feeling spooked. Could it be that the spirit of the welder's friend had paid him a visit during his shift? Or could this whole incident be explained by something else? As with all videos, there has yet to be a definitive answer to this question.
Nobody. No one is home. Nobody is home. And those fucking bells. What's wrong, Petey? What's wrong? What do you see? You see something? You see something over here? I'm telling you, those bells, I heard them motherfuckers twice. What the fuck is going on? Petey! 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 Petey, what's going on? The TV turned on. The fucking TV turned on. Petey, let's go. Go, Petey. Go. Go out. Go out. Go out. Go. Go out. Go out. Go out. Go out. Go out. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going? It turned off. It turned off. Lucy, Bentley, let's go. Bentley, get out. Let's go. Tiberius, let's go. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Let's go. Tiberius. Lucy. Oh my God. Charlie, let's go. Come on. Come on, who's home? Come on, who's home? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Come on, T.
I think this movie is so fun and campy. Let's do it. Babysitter is about this 12-year-old boy named Cole, and he's kind of nerdy, so he has some trouble in school. He gets bullied by this group, specifically this kid named Jeremy. He has two friends, one being his neighbor Melanie, the other being his babysitter B, who always sticks up to the bullies for him. You can tell that Cole obviously has a crush on B. Cole's parents are going away that weekend, so B is going to be watching him, and Melanie convinces him that he should sneak down and see what B does when he falls asleep. His parents leave, B comes over, the two of them are hanging out, and that night, she gives Cole a shot of alcohol, telling him that it's going to help him sleep. But Cole, essentially being scared of everything, pretends to take it and pours it out when she's not looking. So, like Melanie suggested, after he's supposed to be asleep, Cole sneaks downstairs to see what B is up to. It turns out she has this group of friends over, and they're all playing Spin the Bottle. So this group consists of Max, who is just like a dumb jock and uses any excuse he can to take his shirt off. Allison, who is a cheerleader. John, who's kind of like the class clown. Sonia, who is really witchy. And this guy Samuel, who's very nerdy and obviously like is not part of the group. He doesn't know them very well. So they're playing like a Spin the Bottle Truth or Dare type game, and it lands on B, and they dare her to kiss everybody in the room. But when she goes to kiss Samuel, she pulls out 2 daggers and stabs him in the skull and kills him. Cole is just watching like, what the fuck? So they collect Samuel's blood in this chalice, and B keeps referencing this spell book, so it turns out they're this demonic cult and they just made a human sacrifice. So Cole runs back to his room where he calls 911 and also arms himself with a pocket knife, but then he hears them coming up the stairs. He heard them talking downstairs about how they had to go up and get the innocent blood. So Cole pretends to be asleep as they come into his room and take some of his blood with a needle. And after they leave, he throws a sheet out the window to try and escape. However, B catches him because she was hiding in his room because she felt that something was off. And it turns out that shot of liquor that she gave him had sleeping pills in it, so he was supposed to be knocked out. So instead, she waits for Cole to pass out from the blood loss, which he does. When Cole wakes up, he is tied to a chair and confronted by the cult. They don't know that he saw them kill Samuel, so at first they try to lie and just tell him, like, we needed your blood for a science project. So they're about to untie him when the cops show up. And Max straight up throws a fire poker through one of the cops' heads and kills him. As he's falling dead, he shoots Allison in the boob. And then B slits the other officer's throat. B, knowing that Cole is a nerd and knows police code, forces him to tell her the code for all clear. Max gets on the radio and tells the other cops all clear, we're going to get food, so they don't think anything is suspicious. Cole at this point manages to get untied and he makes a run for it up the stairs and John chases him. But when they get to the top of the stairs, John trips over something and falls over the railing and gets impaled by a trophy through the neck and dies. Cole manages to escape out his window using that sheet that he had thrown out earlier, and he goes to hide under the crawl space of the house. Sonia finds him under there, and Cole finds a firework that he tries to shoot at her, but he misses. But he manages to get out of the crawl space and lock her in, and then uses bug spray to ignite the firework, and it blows up and kills her. Then Cole runs into Max, who again is just shirtless for no fucking reason. As Max is going for Cole, they hear Jeremy out front egging Cole's house. Max is like, are you really gonna let him do this? Like, go stand up for yourself, brother. I'll kill you after. So Cole goes out and confronts Jeremy, which results in Cole being punched in the face. And then Cole tries to tell Jeremy what's going on, but he just like smashes an egg on his head and leaves. So Max continues to chase Cole and ends up cornering him up in Cole's treehouse. Max is like, I'm not gonna let you die covered in egg, like let me wipe that off for you. But then Max steps towards Cole and the planks break and he falls and is unable to catch himself because of the egg on his hands, and he is accidentally hanged by a rope swing and dies. So Cole ends up running across the street to Melanie's house and he tells her what's going on. But B, who now has a shotgun that she stole from the cops, follows. Cole apologizes to Melanie for dragging her into this and locks her in a room and tells her to call the police, but before he does that, she kisses him. It's a magical moment. So Cole goes back to his house to find that all the evidence of the night is gone. The bodies are all gone, so B is going to make it look like nothing happened. Then he comes face to face with Allison, who is still alive, and starts to come at Cole with a kitchen knife to stab him. But before she's able to do that, B shows up behind her and shoots her in the head with the shotgun and her head explodes. So at this point, B explains to Cole the whole point of this. And she tells Cole that like him, she was once really insecure until she made a deal with the devil. So now her and whoever joins her cult get whatever they want. And they do that by killing innocent people and consuming their blood while reciting verses from that book. So B admits that she has been going from town to town for years, targeting boys like Cole. At this point, she gives Cole an option. She tells him, I will let you live if you join the cult with me. You can be like this too. You can have whatever you want. But Cole refuses and grabs the spell book and sets fire to it. Cole runs out of the house back to Melanie's, where he gets her dad's car and drives it through the window of his house, and it crushes B. Cole approaches B, who is dying on the ground, and they share this very emotional goodbye where Cole tells B that he loved her, but eventually he walks back out onto the street and leaves her to die as the police and ambulance show up. The final scene is Cole's parents coming to the scene and reuniting with him, and Cole telling them, I no longer need a babysitter. There is a post-credit scene of a firefighter walking through the scene and getting attacked by B, and then the movie really ends.
A man has a security camera set up in his home facing towards a window. He had recently been noticing some strange activity outside this window. He would see unexplainable dark figures peering in at him, and sometimes he would even hear strange noises coming from right outside. Spooked and thinking maybe he was going insane, he set out to prove it was real. For the first few nights, nothing. Then eventually he caught this. A huge dark creature with glowing eyes looking into his home. Even though it's dark and we can't see every detail, we can tell it has bushy black fur. Whatever this thing is, it's absolutely huge. Initially, playing the footage back, the homeowner thought it was just a very large bear. However, as he analyzed further, he determined it wasn't. Judging by the way it moves and its overall build, it's too human. This is when he decided to post the video on the internet to get answers. But the answers he received were not what he had hoped. Cryptozoologists and online users debated, mainly between Dogman and Bigfoot. Because of the big bushy fur and large head, some lean more towards the most infamous cryptid creature of all time, the Bigfoot. But in one specific frame, when the creature bends down, it almost looks like it has the snout of a dog, and its head almost looks like a very large dog. Was this a Bigfoot stalking the man on his very remote property? Or was it even a dogman? Or is there another explanation?